Hello, darlings. Today I want us to talk about becoming more like Christ. So, is it isn't it not so amazing how everything the Bible talks about or everything that the Bible recommends us to do is basically to become more like Christ. When you talk about love, giving, serving, family, obedience, like surrendering, all of that tries to teach us an aspect of God that God wants us to become like him. Like the Bible tells us, be ye holy, for he was called us is holy. So let's take an example of giving. So we're told to give ourselves, give maybe financially. And when you try to study the character of God, he gave his one and only son to come and just die for us for our sins. Like, that was not an easy thing to do. So, and he became so selfless that he gave himself, and he continue gives himself for us. Like, he will do just anything for his children, for the people who proclaim, who believe in him. So when you talk about love, Jesus, before you get to love, giving still, Jesus agreed to give himself as a sacrifice for our sins. Another aspect of God. When you talk about love, like God loved the whole world, not under any conditions. He chose to love us, and because he chose to love us. For me, the way I understand love is that love is just more than saying that I love you. Love has actions. Love is patient, kind. Like God is always patient. That even after Jesus died for our sins, he's still waiting for the people who are committing all sorts of evils or people who don't believe in him. He's still patient. He's waiting for them to come back to him and go back to their father and to their maker. Like love is so much. And when we are told to love our neighbors, to love our enemies, to love just everyone, it's just that God is reminding us that, my children, I want you to become like me. And for you to become like me, you have to love unconditionally, just like I love unconditionally. Yes, so that's another aspect that God teaches us so that we can become like him. When you talk about family or marriage, so am I married? No, I ain't yet married, but I do listen to so many marriage counselings, marriage talks and all that. And one thing that really stands out is that marriage is more of a selfless union. Like each individual has to make the choice or the decision that they're not going to consider themselves before the other person. So it's an selfless institution whereby you are considering your partner more than yourself. Like in everything that you're doing, you're considering the other person. Like everything God did for us, through, or even when you study the Bible, he was doing it for us. He was not considering himself that much. He considered that, like, everything and every good thing is for us. Everything that God does is for our good and is for our benefit. So like that is another, because God, he wants us to to be in partnership with someone else, because is it in Proverbs someone in where it says that one brings down 1,000, well, one is a Saidiana, so that when one falls, the other one can lift them up. So like when you are in union, that is not, for example, marriage, you can do a lot together if you're in unison, even in terms of your mind. So another aspect that I was trying to think about, faith, hoping, seeing things as those that which do not appear. How can I put it? See, inasema aje Hebrews. Hebrews 11. What is faith? Faith is the hope. Wisdom, Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. So I was trying to think about it, like how does, because now like the whole Bible is about faith. I feel that God is always hoping that we as human beings, we can fully turn to Him, surrender to Him. And when we do that, oh my goodness, I believe that there's like a total change in our lives. How we start viewing everything and how we generally live our life. Because at the end, we're not going to live our lives for selfish motives. Like the whole of Jesus's lives, he didn't live for his. Jesus had his own will, but he didn't live to fulfill his own will. He lived to fulfill God's will, and that is the same call to us, that we can live not for our own selfish motives, but we can live to fulfill the will of God. And with that, I wish you a blessed and amazing day ahead.